Well, I think that I've always been a storyteller, and I think actually all of us who work in film are interested in stories and good stories and people, and yeah, I'm not sure I have an original answer for that. Well, there's not one thing that we're looking for. I think that sometimes people want a formula, and there's no formula. There's no prescribed trajectory for our business. And so, I mean, I see myself as a connector. I see myself as somebody who is going to help the director see the different choices that he or she has. And so a lot of times it's about chemistry when you're talking about casting. You're looking at the chemistry of what that person brings that makes them unique, and how that combines with the line. It's usually a script, you know, so it's lines in a script, and how does that chemistry combine to create the character, and does that character fit the story? So I suppose it's like that. So it's not one thing I'm looking for, if that makes sense. One of the hard things about casting is that people end up being treated as commodity, you know, which is not something that I like about the business, and it's something you just have to kind of get over. You're dealing with a lot of people, and there's a lot of rejection that goes into it, and that's hard, and it's hard to be the person that's kind of, you know, managing that rejection in some cases. Well, it's important to have mental health and that our whole life is not our work, and to have a life outside of work, you know, to have relationships outside of work, and to take time off, I suppose. I guess that's the advice. I think that sometimes casting, they cast somebody that maybe they think is a good hit financially, but isn't right for the role. Is somebody that maybe the studio is pressing them to cast, because it's not always the person who is the most famous or has the biggest box office who's the most right for the role. A lot of people have told me that I should be producing, and there are times when I wish that the idea was generated from me rather than from somebody else. And so I do have times when I regret that I didn't develop my career more in that direction of telling my own stories. Yes, it's just gotten so much more professional. It's great. I mean, you know, it really started out, it was really just, you know, Philippe and Fernando just kind of running around and a bunch of volunteers, and it's still that. But yeah, it's just gotten so much more organized, and they've really attracted some great talent, and I'm really proud of them. It's really something I'm so happy that I've been able to be part of and to help them to grow it. Well, I look forward to meeting young people, because this business is always about young people and their ideas. And so I love to be around young people and helping them. And then I learn from them too. I learn what they're thinking. And, you know, the business is just so often changing, and it has to do with the energy of young people. Well, I always say tell your own stories. So don't wait for the phone to ring. Don't wait for somebody to give you a job. Figure out what you're interested in and follow that. How would I describe FEST? I don't know if I could do it in a word, but I would just say that it's a great collaborative networking festival.